Working abroad can most times be really daunting. One of these challenges is fitting in and working well with co-workers, working well in a team. Because trust me, co-workers can be a pain most times, especially if you do not know what you are about. In today's video, I'm going to share some of the key things that if you incorporate in your work life, they will go a long way to help you successfully transition into your work team and save you from co-workers' trouble. Because like I said, there can be much trouble from co-workers if you don't know what you are about. I've lived in this country for like over 4 years now, and I will tell you for a fact that some of these things I'm going to share with you have really helped me sell in my team at work. Okay, it's not like sell ultimately 100%, but like to some extent, they have really helped me to avoid trouble with co-workers. This is what I'm about to share with you. Like, it's not really about how many years or how long you have stayed abroad or how long you have stayed in UK specifically. It's actually how much you have learned, okay, how eager you are in exploring. So if this video interests you, please do not forget to give this video a like and leave a comment in the comment section. And of course, if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Fatima Ali. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done that, and click the notification bell so you always get notified anytime I post a video. I believe most of you are already aware of the nature of the UK culture. The fact that it encourages us to prioritize our individual goals over collective interests. So if you are from a country like mine, if you are from an African country or from an Asian country, that is a collectivist country. What I mean is that countries that value community support, that value family support, etc., then you're definitely going to find it difficult adapting in this culture, especially work culture. Number two is that you are going to experience sense of isolation, which I have experienced both. Okay, so it's very important that you find time to learn some of these things I'm about to share, because it's very important. We don't expect them to change for us. We have to adapt. Okay, so the only way we can adapt is by learning and exploring and getting to understand them. Okay, the very first thing I'm about to use to set the pace for this video is the fact that there must be a clear differentiation between your work life and your home life. It doesn't matter how many hours you do. I do understand that most migrants work donkey hours. What I mean by donkey hours is that most migrants work so much, and the only thing they do at home is work, go home and sleep, and go back to work. Even if the only thing you do at home is to sleep, that is your out of work life, and that has to be clearly defined. If you are used to getting your work colleagues help you solve or deal with your home affairs, do not assume that here. And as we progress in the video, you get to understand this much better. The second thing I cannot emphasize more is the fact that do not overshare with co-workers. When I say co-workers, I understand that, especially in this UK, most times the workforce is a diversified workforce consisting of white people, black people, Asian people, etc. It doesn't matter who it is. I do not understand why people feel really comfortable that all their work colleagues view their WhatsApp status. Why do you have to make sure that all your work people follow your social media handles? Is it for followers? Do you want to be sacked? Have you not heard that people get dismissed from work because of a TikTok video, because of an Instagram post, because of something they put online? And most of us migrants do not want to learn. Okay, we don't even read the company policies. What we do is just to follow suit of the people we've gone to meet. So sometimes you can even get dismissed for the wrong reasons, but because you are ignorant, that is going to slide by. And later you will, oh no, they shouldn't even have sacked me because I have my employment right, I have my legal right, but it's too late. People can put meaning to anything you post, whether or not you mention the company's name, whether or not you mention their name, or whether or not you mention whatever their intention is to use to incriminate you, they can put meaning to it. And trust me, people are very argumentative. They can make a case and they will win it. And that's where you find yourself wanting. Like, do not willingly invite these people to watch your socials. Like, why do you have to get everybody to come and watch your socials? What are you trying to prove? Do you understand? That's why there's work life and there is home life. It doesn't matter whether you are comfortable with them or you are not. It doesn't matter whether they are of the same race as you or not. Please do not overshare. let there be a clear differentiation between work and home. One thing I want to emphasize is having lone working skills. It doesn't necessarily have to be working alone in a service. Or take carers, for example, having to go alone to help somebody, like working alone and you have to take charge of your work. No, even if you're working in a team, if all you do, every day of your work life is working with people, you still need the lone working skills. What I simply means is that you need to master your work as if you are working alone. Being skillful at your work, being confident and seeking the right clarification are things that will help you avoid falling trapped, into your co-worker's deceitful act. You need to understand that the system over here highly value personal responsibility rather than group collaboration. So you might be working in a team and only individuals are appreciated, only individuals are celebrated, only individuals are criticized. So it's not like when you're working in a team, they take it as a team. Your trouble is the team trouble. Your success is the team success. No, personal responsibilities are highly valued in this country rather than group collaboration, regardless of whether you're working alone or you're working in a team. And that is why you need to master what you are doing, even if you're working with people. I know most people are so lazy to the extent that when they go to work and they find that they are working with people, especially when they are working with people that they have gone to meet or experience people, they feel like the responsibility is not on them. The responsibility is on the people that are the old staff that they are working with at the time. So they don't even make any effort to learn what they are doing. They want to be there and be prompted to do literally everything. So take, for example, you are supposed to clock in at 2:00, but because you don't keep that in your head, you always want to be prompted or you always want to see somebody doing it before you do it. Then one day your colleagues also forget, because we are human beings. They forget, they are sitting down. Now the time elapses and you are also there because nobody prompts you. They are wrong and you are going down with them because of your lack of ability to learn. At least if you fall short at work and is that, I forgot, not necessarily because I do not know, that you can go away with it. But if you don't put effort and you find yourself wanting, I don't know the kind of person you are, but for me, I'm going to be really hurt with the fact that I did not put effort and I'm now finding myself wanting. So please, you need that lone working skills. And what I simply mean by lone working skills is that master your work, even if you are working in a team, master your work as if you are working alone. So if you go to work and then your co-workers are all about doing what they are doing the wrong stuff and everything, you know what to do at what time. And the best way to have these skills and mastering your work is asking questions, seek clarification if you do not understand anything. Do you get? Now, the next thing I want to emphasize on is being over-reliant on your co-workers. Why do you have to do that? Number one, you're putting yourself into trouble. And number two, you're putting so much responsibilities on those co-workers you are overly relying on. They feel so comfortable to violate all the company rules and regulations, all the company's policies. They feel comfortable because they feel like, it's my G that is at work. I'm so comfortable with this person. This person is my friend and I don't expect them to put me into trouble. Meanwhile, all of you are not home. You are here to work. And you don't seems to think that you need to do the right thing. The company policy says do not make calls. But because you find people making calls, literally everyone is making calls. Today you are in a shift with people that you are comfortable with. You want to make call 24/7. You are on top of your voice. They say do this, but because you are comfortable, you don't want to do. You even feel too much comfortable to the extent that you go and sleep on shift. Why are you putting your co-workers in trouble? Do you think that when there's trouble, they will not mention your name? If you were in their position, then won't you mention their names? They play. And you think that if you are called to management about you making excessive phone calls at work, the first point is that you are not even allowed to make calls. You think telling them that, everyone makes calls at work, what evidence do you have? You think that will help you? That is never going to help you. And you are going down for something that literally everyone do because you do it in excess. Do not over-rely on your co-workers. So take, for example, if they say do not make calls at work, and even when the manager is at work, people still make calls. That doesn't still make it right. You can make calls, but don't make it excess. Make sure there's limit to everything you do. Don't be the culprit. One thing about some people is that when they are given the chance to do one thing, they are doing double of it. And that is a problem. Don't assume that whatever your coworkers are doing, because they have worked there for 5 years, that is the right thing. Most of these people, especially white people that you meet here, when they are dismissed at work, they are going to get another job. Now you are on a sponsorship. See, don't do everything that your coworkers are doing. Even if you want to do what they are doing, don't want it to be like don't do it equal. Always do it less, that you can justify yourself. And please take note of some other people as well. If you have to work with some people that you don't trust, like don't even do the little thing that everybody does. Refrain immediately if you are doing it. It's not nice and it won't help you anyway. I have got people that have been sacked for things that they are surprised, things that literally everybody is doing. But no, because you do not take this particular point serious, you assume that, oh, since everybody is doing, nobody will report me. They play. And it's even more painful if the people that you feel comfortable with are of the same race as you, that will put you in that trouble. But me, I don't really see that they are putting you in that trouble because you allow them. Do you understand? You have put so much responsibility on them, so much trust on them that they cannot even handle. See, the best thing is that do your work. One thing you can assure yourself with when you are working with people that you are comfortable with is a relaxed mind. Okay, your brains are relaxed whilst you are working. But those do not even refrain from doing your work. You have to do your work, but you are sure of having a refrained mind. I mean, a relaxed mind. Because you do know that there are some shifts that you go and it's like your brain is working double. So if you're on shift with these people that you feel comfortable, at least appreciate the fact that your brain is at rest. Your brain is working normal, but for the work, make sure you do the work. And the next important key thing is that make sure you respond to every query about you, about your work, to the best of your knowledge. Do not assume. And I'm saying this out of experience, okay? Sometimes your supervisor is very reluctant in following up on emails. So for example, your supervisor can send out an email to you about something that they have reported that you have not done. But because you already have experience that the supervisor will never follow up, you have worked here for 2 years, you have worked here for 3 years, the supervisor has never followed up on any email he sent out. So you even know that if I don't reply it, it's not anything and I'm not going to reply it. Even if you are right, you are refusing to reply it. Hey, Amma, what are you doing? You think you are doing the supervisor? The nature of this UK is in such that they have a database. From the very day you enter into the UK, they still have that time that you enter into the UK. Until you leave the country or you cry, even after your death, they will still keep those data. So what do you think you are doing? If the supervisor was that reluctant in following up on emails, do you think he will even send you an email in the first place? His job is to send you that email. He's there to work. The work is not for him. So his job is to send you that email. Now, it's your job to reply that email. If you do not reply that email to vindicate yourself, then it's left on you. But one thing I want you to understand is that there will be a day that they will retrieve all that information to make a decision on something that you have done. I've seen people that have been dismissed with current minor issues. And when they are called in front of management, they are surprised that they have brought back those comparative things that they have done in the past. Those things that they have refused to reply to. Because if there's an allegation about you, and then you just assume that the manager or the supervisor will not do anything, and you don't say anything, that is simply and clearly means that you are admitting to the fact that the allegation is true. Do you understand? That is the implication of you not replying to emails or queries about you. I don't know why people feel this reluctant. Those of you that are not in this position, you might feel like, oh, this is common. Why would somebody reply? See, thousands, in fact, most people do not. They feel that reluctant at work when some of these things are not working. If they see that now, or maybe they'll hear from their colleague that, oh, he will not do anything, he will not follow up, the supervisor won't follow up, the supervisor won't do anything, and you also just follow suit. You want to go? Okay. Bye-bye. The next key point is that if you enter into a team, okay, if you first enter into a team, be prepared for some people not to get along with you. okay? Be prepared to get some attitude from some, old workers, etc. But I want to assure you that this is temporal. A lot of people like to take advantage of people naiveness in a team. People newness, they like to take advantage of it. Just because they are new, they want to take advantage of it. But I'm assuring you that it's only about time. When you get yourself abreast with your job, your responsibility, those people will become the best people that you have ever worked with. I've experienced this, and not just me, a lot of people have experienced it. So I always say that when you find yourself in a team and then you are experiencing some of these things, you are seeing some of these behaviors from coworkers, just know that it's temporal. And the only way, if you also want to stop it very quick, just make sure that you get yourself abreast with your responsibilities. Because most times when we first enter into a team, even after shadowing, okay, when we have transitioned in the team, then anything we want to do, we want to seek validation from them. We want to cross-check to see, okay, I'm going to do this, is that right? Or we want to be prompted by them because they know the system much more. That is when they take advantage of you. But when you now find your fit and you get to understand your responsibilities in the place, that is when you take charge and most of these things will stop. I think it's just part of some people, but you may also find some teams that are just good. You just sailing from day one. In most places in the UK, they have these developmental courses, trainings that employers keep upskilling themselves and keep renewing their skills. Annually, some people do it every 6 months. Make sure you take advantage of these trainings if you are in a team. The more skillful you are, the more valued you will be by your coworkers. The more they will not be able to trap you into their deceitful act. They will not be able to put you in situations that you just know that this is wrong, but actually the law is going against you. Do you understand? So you need to take charge of your own skills. You need to keep upskilling yourself. It's like being here. You have to work excess to be valued. You have to work excess to fit in properly. And that is why you need to take your training seriously. I cannot emphasize this more. In this UK, wherever you find yourself, you need to be calm. You need to be polite in addressing anything. Even if they have provoked you to the maximum, even if they have provoked you to the maximum, please do not lose your guard. The moment you lose your guard, the moment you become aggressive, that is the end of it all. And trust me, most people here already understand African people, for example. They already know that these people can easily lose their temper. They are real with their emotions. And that is not how it works here. No matter how emotional, no matter how angry you are, see, you still have to maintain your steeze, maintain your calmness, be polite. That is the only way you can get away with it. You don't be surprised that people will test your patience just to get away with it. So even at a point that you are right, you are 100% right. If you lose your temper, you have just cost your right like that. You go down for it. Don't go into a deep argument with somebody, a co-worker. Don't try to prove your point aggressively. Don't even raise your voice. Prove them wrong. Do you understand? That is why you need to learn and adapt. And the last thing I want to talk about is learning your legal and your employment rights living here in the UK. But first of all, make sure that you are living legally in this UK. Do you understand? Yes. And then learn the laws, okay, that protect you. Learn your legal rights in this UK. Learn your employment rights in this UK. Most times, okay, not just co-workers that try to take advantage of people's newness and naiveness. Even companies try to take advantage of people's newness and naiveness. That's when they'll be threatening somebody for not taking overtime shifts. That's when they will be saying things to you that are not really right. But because you don't know what you are about, you are falling trapped into these things. You don't know that it's your right to either pick or not. But no, you are being put in a position that you have to do what they want, even if it's wrong, because they know you do not know. You are naive. That's why you need to learn your legal rights. It's not that bad. That's why there are laws, okay? So take UK, for example. There are British people that live in different countries. There are migrants in every place, whether they are going for holidays, whether they are living there permanently, and there are laws that protect them. Wherever you find yourself, once you are legal, there are laws that protect you. Nobody would deliberately want to hurt you except that you are ignorant, so you are calling it yourself. So please, I just thought to bring these points to your knowledge, because trust me, I cannot stand many people being victimized or many people falling short because of lack of these petty things. Like, it's so hurtful, especially people who are in serious situations. So if there's any other point that you think will help somebody relate well in a team, please do not hesitate to put it in the comment section. If any of these points have worked for you, can you confirm that also in the comment section? And if you think any of these points cannot work for you or did not work for you, can you also state that in the comment section, so we can all line together? Okay. My name once again is Fatima Ali. If you're visiting my page for the first time, please consider to subscribe, leave a comment, as I said earlier, and then like this video if you find value in it. Please share as well to reach as many people as possible. I'm going to see you in my next video, and for now,